Managing multiple credit cards can feel like you have 50 extra mental tabs open. Switching apps, trying to remember which card earns what. Is it points, miles, cash back? Managing multiple credit cards can feel like you have 50 extra mental tabs open. Switching apps, trying to remember which card earns what. Is it points, miles, cash back? Managing multiple credit cards can feel like you have 50 extra mental tabs open. Switching apps, trying to remember.
What bullshit was that? What the hell? I know it was an advertisement, but shit. Oh, okay. Let's testing. My webcam mic is on. It's gonna pick up a lot of stuff. Let's switch that off. Welcome back. We're talking today. I'm gonna be getting on the camera in the next few seconds. We're talking today. It's one of those streams where there's a lot to unpack, but I have to talk to you guys today. So it's not about anything else other than we just gotta talk. So I'm about to get real comfortable because nigga, we about to talk, bro, for real. Just give me 1 second. Okay, let's get it done. Oh, is this right? Why does it feel loose? I don't know. I'm gonna get some of this stuff right. Okay, this is the PSL OG green alerts. I'm supposed to be on camera. Oh, my fault. I'm supposed to be on camera. Cool. Let's do this. Move this up a little bit. Okay. Let's get started. So, I'm wearing something green. It is serious. Normally, I wouldn't even color code, but this is very, very serious. I'm going to be a little bit more annoying when it comes to the channel support. So, you guys have the link. If you don't have the link, I will give you the link right now. Spread the link around. We need to talk. I want to talk to as many of you guys as possible. I did my notifications for everybody except for Facebook and Instagram, which I will go and do real quick last minute. But we are about to talk. Oh, no, not that. Well, everybody got the sound on every time I'm not even clicking on the video. Oh, okay. Great. That'll work. Post that to Facebook real quick. Post this to the group. I'm actually going to log into the other official main page of the PlayStation Legion group page that we made, because we got a group and we got a Facebook page. I'm going to go do that real quick. That's a lot of things I got to go do and change. Who the hell is this person? They claim they know me. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. I don't know that person. Okay. What is the name of this? There was a way, that's what I was about to say. There's a way to like move between my pages. I was about to say. I know there's a way to move between my pages. Great. Was this the page? Well, it looks like I got two. I have two pages. Did not know that. See if any old pictures are on here. Legendary pictures. I got one. The original PlayStation Legion logo. Ooh, the original one. Damn, that's old. Let's see. got some original stuff from. Yeah. I have a Call of Duty World War II screenshot that I posted, and it looks like it had. It looks like I had a lot of screenshots of different themes that I had, which is important with the new UI update that we're supposed to be getting sometime this year. With that being said, I just wanted to go and see if there's any other things here. Old school stuff, really old school stuff. Old setup, PS4. Jeez. It's a good thing I had all this proof, you know? Not, I mean, who knows when I would have needed it. These Gran Turismo images. Man, there's a lot of history on this old PlayStation Legion Facebook page. Damn, that shit's so dope. Just to see where we came from, man. Not just, you know, the group as a whole, but the, you know, PlayStation, how they used to have exclusives, you know, on their box art and stuff. For Street Fighter, they would have like the exclusive stuff on their They really went all out, bro. They really used to do put that only on PlayStation logo everywhere, and it meant a lot to gamers when they were doing stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that always meant something to us as gamers. Like, PlayStation used to fight for second party and third party exclusives. They used to care about their first party exclusives on a level that most people would not even know of today. Big shout out to myself for holding it down with all this history. Looks like I have some port begging documented all the way back then. That's crazy. Okay, sorry guys, I was going through memory lane. Yeah. So let's get started. Thank you guys for being here. A little bit of a new setup. Like I said, I'm telling you guys, I want to get the best out of this $40 4K camera. So I wasn't going to buy this webcam and not use it. But also, I want to make sure I get on camera a lot more going forward. Okay. Because, you know, that demonetization scare, that shit's no joke. I mean, I got to make sure I have a steady stream of like, hey, bro, look, dude's on camera. He got his mic. You know, he's doing everything. And I have another setup for this with a different color scheme, but we are doing a green alert today. So the green alert is that this is more of a PSA for you, the PlayStation community. You're going to have a headache between now and June. There are great things to look forward to for PlayStation. PlayStation will do what it does. You know, SAROS is coming out next week. I think the reviews were either supposed to be today or tomorrow. We'll go check and see when it drops. But we already have a day one patch ready for SAROS. So as soon as we play it, especially the people that get the deluxe edition of SAROS, which again, we get 3 outfits, one from Ghost of Yotai, one from God of War 2018, and the other one is from as an homage to Celine from Returnal. And then you get to play the game 2 days old. So you really get 4 sets of armor, or 3. It's either 3 or 4 sets of armor, and then a 2-day early pass. And upon my research, I saw on PlayStation, they told me 40 people on my friends list have it. And then when it was on my PlayStation app, it said 42. Now, I do have the screenshots of both. Just because who knows between now and then which one of the people on my friends list will go and pre-order the game, either because of gameplay or because of pre-orders. And the reason why it's important for me to take that screenshot is because it doesn't have a demo, it doesn't have a free beta or any of that stuff. So, you know, the people that's on your friends list playing SAROS are a representation of the people that went out and pre-ordered the game already. So it's cool that PlayStation does have that ability to show that. So let's get started. Super chats are back. You want to support the channel? That is something you can do. It was always available, not during demonetization phase, which only lasted about 6 to 7 days. Shout out to YouTube for sending a human to review my channel, and also shout out to YouTube for understanding like how long I've been here doing this. I've been doing this for 15 years. Before we even had AI, before we even had a share button, I was holding it down, getting it done. And it wasn't the monetization that kept me going. It was you guys, you know, being able to talk to you guys, being able to educate you guys, having you guys also educate me on different things. So it's also dope. Yeah. SAROS is a PlayStation exclusive, and we got a brand new trailer to take a look at. We'll be going over to the full screen mode. I actually, if you don't mind, I just want to go check and make sure we have it set on red. We do have it set on red. Okay, good. But I don't have my Elgato set up because I'm a little fucking spoiled. I'm not a big fan of using Elgato anymore. After PSSR 2.0, I don't like to use the Elgato. Sorry about the chat. I cleared it. You guys can chat it up. But yeah, I don't like to use the Elgato because I want all the features. You know, when you have the PSSR 2.0, you have a PS5 Pro, and you have an OLED TV, you want all the features. You deserve all the features. I got monetization back. Will I go after the $200 Elgato upgrade? That is 8K. I don't know if it's 8K 120 or is it 4K 120 with HDR. I think it's 4K 120 with HDR support. The new Elgato for 200. I don't think so. I think what I really want for a while was a green screen, but I do want to develop some content around that. I don't just want to go spend money on something that I'm not going to be using all the time. Same thing with the laptop, the new camera. I wanted a higher quality camera because I was going to do more unboxings this year. And that's one of the reasons why I picked this camera up. I wanted to do more unboxings. I was possibly going to be doing some videos. It is not like me, but I did spend money on those Pokemon cards. I have to go do a stream or a video unboxing some of these Pokemon cards. They're just sitting over there. I haven't unboxed them. So there's going to be some of that this year, hopefully before the summer starts. Let's break it down what everything is and how it correlates with the PlayStation community. So as we know, Xbox fans really wanted Game Pass to be cheaper. Asher Sharma, quote unquote, takes responsibility for making it cheaper. But the caveat was, okay, we'll make it cheaper, but you don't get Call of Duty day one anymore. You have to wait a year. Okay? A lot of Xbox fans were mad. They were like, I'm going to grind my teeth. I really don't like that. You know, so it kind of just dissipated. It's like they got what they wanted, but they didn't. So they just stopped talking about that. Right? They did do that thing that the PC port begging fans did. They bonded together and they started begging, literally, for exclusives. Like every now and then you would see one Twitter account dedicated to just begging Asha Sharma for exclusive any post she made. I started documenting this about 48 hours ago. I found one of the individual about 2 hours ago, and I saw within the same hour that I saw the individual on another Asha Sharma post begging Asha Sharma to bring exclusives back. So it was something that was mentioned in the employee email that was sent out. And I just want to get that. I want to read a portion of the passage that a lot of people are talking about. And it says, Microsoft's new Xbox chief is reevaluating exclusive games. That is not the actual full statement, and the full statement should be read, and we should have context. Sadly, the thing about Xbox fans, they don't believe in the truth. They don't believe in context. You give them one motherfucking inch, they will go 1,000 miles off course. That is what they do. What's going on, Moby? Who else is up in the chat? Briarios, I see your little your membership game of the year or gamer of the year status is back. It's good to see that. Lethal Gamer, what's going on? We got you in the mods. We got Web Dave here. What's going on, Dave? We got Ice Cream. Wait up, Ice Cream Darkness Wins. You stay changing your name. What's going on, Darkness? I missed you, man. I haven't seen you in a while. Lucci Skies in the chat. And let me read off your post because I think you got it better. I'm going to close my door. I don't want any sound seeping in. I want to be as professional as possible today. Some sound going on out there. Oh, fuck my knee. Ah. Okay. So, get my controller first. Yeah, Viper Reap. It definitely been a while. Yeah, we had a demonetization scare. Sadly, we lost demonetization for like 7 days, and it was about to get hot. Let's be honest. Like it was really about to get hot up in here, bro. Like as far as the content that we about to cover with PSSR 2.0 and what it means and everything like that, it's just about to get hot. This is still a timestamp of just setting up. We're about to get started on it right now. So here we go. This is the part of this timestamp that we're gonna have that we start talking about this. There's going to be a news and update timestamp. There were a lot of things that happened, including the Assassin's Creed trailer that got shown off. There's a new rival for Pokemon. Well, there's a new rival for Splatoon, and maybe a coming back to something very similar to PlayStation Home. Those things are there was a game with two of those aspects that I just looked at a trailer for, and I can confirm that that is indeed the mixture. It is like Splatoon meets Fall Guys meets PlayStation Home. It is interesting. It is going to be on all platforms. The trailer was posted on PlayStation. I did go take a look on another website, another YouTube page to see if the character creation was there, and the character creation is there, and it is deep. So it'll be something I'll be taking a look at, and you'll probably see me on there. There's a good amount of other games that were shown off. I mean, just if we're being honest, in the last about 5 hours, yeah, in the last 5 hours, a lot. Actually, there was a lot of games just shown off today. I'm under the impression, because this does fall in the same line of a state of play. I'm under the impression that there was going to be a state of play, and what happened was Sony knew that would take too much emphasis off of SAROS, and they decided not to do so. Even if SAROS would have had a new trailer in the state of play, it quite possibly could have been too much, and also too little that they didn't want to show yet. Because there wasn't any other major first-party games that they showed off today. It was just a lot of indie stuff and some third-party stuff. So, and obviously something related to Call of Duty Zombies. Again, all of this definitely could have been in a state of play. I'm just, looking over this stuff. We're going to go take a look at this in a little bit on full screen. Damn it. I keep forgetting. I didn't set up the fucking Elgato yet. Yeah, I gotta go fucking do that. Not happy about it, but I gotta do it. We need a showcase from Sony, not these state of plays. Well, like I said, I don't think we're getting the state of play. I don't think state of plays are trash, but I do. What I'm looking at right now, they showed so much in the last 5 hours that it signifies that it would have been a state of play today. My pattern goes the 10th of the month, which is normally the second week of the month, and then the second to the last week of the month, which is always normally between the 20th and the 25th. And since today is the 23rd, and it is a Thursday, and the volume of content that I'm looking at right now on the PlayStation YouTube channel, it seems that there literally was enough to put into a show, and they decided not to do a show. So, SAROS comes out next week. They don't really need a show. They can start just compiling everything and saving the good stuff for what you said, a showcase, which we'll probably get towards the end of May, at the latest, the earliest part of June, before Jeff Keighley has his summer showcase, which I expect to be dog shit. It's gonna get really, really competitive out here. Just give me 1 second. Let me just go hook up the Elgato so that when we switch over to full screen, we can actually see stuff. Ooh, hot, hot, hot. Okay, here we go. Everything's set. Everything is set. Where's my water? There we go. Okay, so we're all set. So if we need to do, we will do full screen review of news and updates. We'll do that. Let's get started talking right now. This won't be just one off. We're gonna be talking about this through the show. Let me set a poll. I want to chill and I want to be comfortable with our, sometimes when we do our shows, I want to be really comfortable. Sometimes we are going to be doing a setup like this where we talk. You know, it's not something that I normally do, but it is something that I wanted to set up, and now that I have a higher quality camera, you guys can see me and everything. I don't think it's a bad thing. What should the question be in relation to Xbox exclusives? Ah, here's a tricky one. Here we go. Yes or no. The question for the poll today is, will what's the poll right now? It says, will Xbox exclusives make you buy a Xbox console? The first vote we have is yes, sitting at 100%. Somebody voted and said yes, that if Xbox has exclusives, it will make people buy the consoles. Me personally, based off of statistics and everything we have right now, we know that to be false. Xbox actually had partial exclusives for the majority of the generation. They're not on before. They weren't on PlayStation platforms, but they were also on PC. From the logic of PC fans and the logic of Xbox fans, if, you know, when PlayStation put games on PC, they are not supposed to be referred to as exclusives because they're on another platform. It is kind of weird when Xbox puts their game on PC, they don't follow those same rules. Going forward, they will have to follow those same rules. If the game is still on a PC, there's still absolutely no reason to buy an Xbox. That's just the case. We how the fuck would we make exceptions for them? If the game's on PC, you know, it's not an exclusive. If we got to follow those rules, you guys do too. Being honest, PC doesn't help Xbox at all, except for like a game like Sea of Thieves. Every other game, PC didn't actually help at all. The Halo Remaster Collection, it did something over there, but again, it didn't save the company from being forced to put their games on a competitor's platform in order to generate money. What we have today is a confirmation, and this was before we got the emails. The confirmation was that Forza Horizon 5 sold 5 million copies on the PS5. This was during the course of within a year. So that's a lot. That's roughly about $300 million or more in profits. And we never really, you know, again, they never share sales numbers. We know this. We've been covering this since what? Since the PS3 on his channel. Sales numbers and news outlets and all that stuff, milestones. Yeah, we don't ever get sales numbers when it comes to Xbox. Console numbers, software numbers, we just don't get that anymore. So it was weird that this morning we wake up and the developer gives us these sales numbers. Actually, I want to go send this off to the Legion chat on PSN because we're going to have to look at this on screen. But you guys are not going to believe what the fuck you're about to see. Make sure we got this over there. You're not going to believe what you're about to see because they confirm sales numbers. Never do they ever confirm sales numbers. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, they better hope that all their lies are actually true when it comes to Starfield. If Starfield actually did sell good over here, those numbers will probably be exposed too. Not exposed, but actually just freely given out. Again, it is a weird thing, but yes, when it comes to Xbox games, they go to Game Pass and then they don't sell. Because they're available for free, it makes sense. But Game Pass was created because Xbox fans stopped buying games. And in comparison to the competition, PlayStation, when a third-party developer would bring out a game, it would sell bad on Xbox, and the different charts in different countries, whether it's Japan, UK, Europe, or of course the United States, it would always reflect that Xbox fans are buying games at a lower rate. Well, Microsoft was tired of that type of negative PR. Although it was the truth, they devised a plan to get rid of that, especially for Xbox. And the way that they would do it, that they would spend additional money in order to pay third-party partners to put their game into a service, and then they could use the excuse that people did not buy the game because they played it through the service. And that service was called Game Pass. So, you know, a lot of people like, oh, well, Game Pass exists because they weren't buying games. No. Game Pass exists because they wasn't buying games, and statistically, it was documented that you guys were not buying more games or games compared to us. At that point in time, when you have the Switch that's barely doing anything, or at that time, the Switch had not even came out, it was still the Wii U, you didn't have a strong enough Nintendo system to help with the third-party load, so it was Xbox or PlayStation, right? Remember, Final Fantasy 15. I'm going to test you guys on this. Final Fantasy 15 came out, Xbox and PlayStation, not on PC. 90% of the sales came from PlayStation. PC came out, didn't matter. Most of the sales still was on PlayStation for lifetime. So, like, these are the type of things that, first of all, I say PC doesn't matter for Xbox because you put a game out on PC, most of the time they're going to pirate that shit. They are very picky. They don't allow every game to be successful. They do not like every game, and they do not like every company. They specifically go out their way to avoid certain companies, to hurt certain companies through piracy. So you kind of take them off the board when it comes to, do they help Xbox? Did they save the Xbox brand? The answer is no. If, you know, Xbox started putting games on PC 10 years ago, but it took 8 years for them to say, well, PC's not enough, let's start putting it on a PlayStation. That means PC didn't do anything to save Xbox either. PlayStation is now finding that out after 6 years. 6 years. 8 years for Xbox, 6 years for PlayStation to make a reverse course. Now, we haven't heard any word from Xbox that they're going to stop putting their games on PC or stop supporting PC, so don't twist my words. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying it took 8 years for Xbox to find out that PC wasn't enough. Then they put their games on PlayStation. It took 6 years for Sony to understand that PC ain't worth shit. And then they're like, now they're reversing course. We don't need to put our games on PC. They understand not crossing that line when it comes to putting their games on Xbox. However, we have one of the world's biggest anomalies, which is Helldivers. Sony did not push that properly. They did not advertise the game properly. They did not believe in the studio or the game. They had absolutely no fucking faith. Even after the first 2 months of it being a fucking hot fire of an anomaly, they still didn't believe it. They still didn't give it an exclusive controller. It didn't get an exclusive plates or theme plates. They didn't get any special headsets or anything like that. They didn't even add them into the advertisement pool until towards the end of the year, when it had to take over the spot that was reserved for Concord. But we know what happened with Concord. So, you know, Concord flops. They finally have to admit, oh, shit, we don't have anything else. We have to depend on Helldivers. And that's how Helldivers was finally recognized by PlayStation. And this is, again, Helldivers $40, Concord $40, Marathon $40. Out of those three $40 live service games with guns, the one game that they avoid, even at this very point, is the game that is still burning up the charts. Helldivers 2 on PC. And let me be 100% clear. The majority of the people on Marathon are not PlayStation gamers. It has been confirmed by analysts. It has been confirmed by journalists. It has been confirmed by the PC community themselves. The majority of the people that are keeping that game afloat are the PC community themselves. And I woke up this morning and I saw that shit around 4 o'clock. It was at 5,000. It was like 10 o'clock in the morning. I was at work. It was still around like 6,000, 7,000. You know, yesterday I think they topped off around maybe 19, 18,000, something like that. Maybe 20. Today, I don't think the 24-hour top is going to be anywhere close to the 20,000. It's probably going to be like close to 15, 16,000 if it even hit that peak today. We will go test that out and check it out soon. It's a wild ride, man. But PlayStation's learning not to trust PC. They ain't worth shit. Microsoft has no choice. But all I'm saying, it didn't stop Xbox from saying, wow, PC and Xbox together, and we're still not making enough money to save the fucking brand. We got to do it. We got to put our games on PlayStation and make it just whatever money we can. If Xbox fans were enough, if PC fans were enough, they would have never put their games over here. We're about to go to the full screen, and we're going to come back here too. But I'm just letting you guys know, man, there is no fucking way that anybody can sit up here and tell me that PC helped anyone. Look at Xbox, look at PlayStation. They didn't help Xbox, they had to put their games over here. They didn't help PlayStation. PlayStation is now going back to their exclusivity strategy. Xbox, I don't know how they do that. Forza sold 5 million copies on PlayStation 5 to the point that they could brag about sales, which they'd never do. They announced that information this morning. This is something you're not going to fucking learn in the tabloids. They are currently... You're not going to learn this. You're not going to learn this. Nobody's talking about this. You know Paris, the annoying black guy, bald, Xbox flip-flopper. Yeah, he's over in Japan with a lot of other content creators right now. They're over in Japan promoting Forza Horizon 6, the one that's based in Japan. They are over there right now. They've been over there for the last 4 days. So it's crazy that this morning we get the sales number for Forza Horizon 5. Finally! The game came out in 2021. We finally get Forza Horizon 5 sales numbers after what? 4 years? It only because it sold so well on PlayStation? And then you're over there right now as we speak promoting Forza Horizon 6, which as we know will not be on PlayStation 5 day and date. And then towards the middle of the day, you release an email and then also it's public that you're thinking about exclusivity. I fucking hope you do it. And while you're at it, take all your fucking games off of the PlayStation Network. Take all of them. The responsibility of the health and longevity of Xbox is supposed to be in the hands of the Xbox community. We, the PlayStation gamers, should not be responsible for the success of Xbox. Can anybody in the chat understand what I was just talking about? Take all your Xbox games off of PC. Take all your Xbox games off of PlayStation. And let the Xbox fans themselves show you how much they love the brand. Let them do what we do. Buy games and speak with their wallet. For so long, they've baby fed them because they didn't want the negative PR that they don't buy games as much as us. That's why they created Game Pass. So now, take your games from PlayStation, but also take them off of PC. And I want to see if the Xbox fans can do what we've done. Can they be a force so strong that game developers on a third-party level and second-party level and indie level just flood the market over there and say, oh man, you guys are buying games. Wow, we really depended on you. Yeah, thanks, man, for buying games. We gotta put our games over there, cause that's what they do to us. Oh, you need an update? Don't worry, we got you. We gonna give you the best update for PS5 Pro and PSSR 2.0. When the fuck did they ever get the tools? See, y'all motherfuckers think I don't remember that shit. Remember they were waiting for the tools? The same tools that ended up being PSSR 2.0 years later. They were waiting for these tools for Xbox Series X that would show off how powerful it is, although it was already powerful, quote unquote, at launch. But they needed more tools for the third-party developers to show off like this big leap that they bragged about when it was on paper, but when the system came out, we didn't see the leap. And they was like, oh, the tools are coming. Again, in correlation to PSSR 2.0 many years later. The tools are coming. Yeah, just wait for the tools. Wait for the tools. Then the tools turned into cloud. Remember that? The tools turned into all this other bullshit. Like, the tools turned into so much bullshit that it didn't even fucking matter. Then the tools turned into acquisitions. And Microsoft started doing acquisitions in the benefit of Xbox. We got around to Call of Duty Activision. Bethesda. You know? Oh, yeah. They gonna buy everything and they gonna take the games off of your system and you gonna have to buy an Xbox to get Call of Duty. Doesn't happen. Well, we get Call of Duty day and date with Game Pass. You ain't getting this. Blah, blah, blah. 2 years later, they start giving us. It's only 4 games. And then you know what that turned into. We have like over 12 fucking Xbox exclusives, if that, maybe even more. Depending if they want to still bring games over to PlayStation going forward, which would be Fable, which currently is listed day and date. Forza Horizon 6, which, again, the 5th installment sold 5 million copies within 1 year on PS5 alone, after us waiting multiple years after the game originally came out. And no sales update was ever publicly known. But we made that happen for you guys. And Gears of War E-Day, which is supposed to be this year, but then we haven't heard anything from it. We're going to hear something from it in June, so we'll find out about that. June is interesting. It's interesting to look forward to, and they got their little showcase, and we're going to find out if they want to go all in on exclusives. I hope they do. I fucking hope they do, man. I want that competition. But again, take your games off of PC also. Let's do a 1 year test. We already know how this shit gonna end. Do a 1 year test. And then like every game between, I guess, like the end of this year to the end of next year, just make it only on Xbox, right? Or like 2 years. The first year of Xbox Series, or the Xbox Helix. Yeah. For 2 years. Put just every game only on Xbox. Just don't bring it to PlayStation. Don't bring it to PC. Just only launch it on Xbox. Don't put it on the Game Pass. Don't put it in the Game Pass. Just launch the exclusive game on Xbox. Don't put it on Game Pass. Don't put it on PC. and see if these and see if these dudes buy the game, bro. Do y'all understand? I just told y'all the whole history of Game Pass and why it don't work and how they were waiting for tools so they could look superior than us. But the whole time they wasn't even buying games. They wasn't supporting the company. The company was making absolutely no money off of them. Third-party developers making no money off of them. Indie developers making no money off of them. AA developers making no money off of them. You want to know how I know that? You want to know how? Because I brought their fucking games. I brought fucking Gears of War. Pre-ordered that game. Beat it day one. Posted content that Xbox fans don't post. Tower Knight. Indie developer game. Contracted. Put it in Game Pass. I got that shit day one. Me and True Witty posted like... True Witty probably posted like fucking 10 different live streams on his YouTube channel. I posted upwards of 4 or more Tower Knight gameplay Never seen a single Xbox fan post any of those gameplays on their YouTube channel. The fact is, it's not only that they don't buy games, they don't even support developers. After the game is in Game Pass and comes out and they can no longer brag about it in the console war, they do not even play the game. They do not even show the game to their fans, their subscribers in the community. It is fucking crazy. They believe exclusives are going to work for their platform now. Again, for 10 years now, Game Pass existed and has conditioned this specific fan base not to buy games. Now, PC fans are a completely different beast. All of them belong in the deepest, darkest parts of Arkham Asylum. Like, way worse than the Joker. These guys trolled a multi-billion-dollar company, Sony, into putting their best games on their platform and turned around and just didn't buy them. And everybody knows how Sony is when they don't fuck with you. They also know how Sony is when you fuck them over. We saw that with Nintendo. They whooped Nintendo's ass the worst type of way for 2 generations straight. Don't fuck with Sony, you know that. Also, don't fuck over Sony. They'll cut you. Literally. They will literally cut you. If your games don't sell, they will fucking close your studio down. If their own fans don't buy the game, guess what? We won't see the IP ever again. Sony doesn't fuck around, man. You fuck with their money, they say, okay, cool, we're done. So it was weird for PC fans to beg Sony for upwards of 10 to 12 years for PlayStation ports, or maybe even longer than that. I don't know. I only documented them for like 10 years, and I knew it started with Bloodborne, but it only really started once Bloodborne came out and gameplay started being posted. So I'll give them the benefit of the doubt of the 10 to 12 years. Before that, I don't know. But I know they started popping up on my radar roughly 10 to 12 years ago because of the Bloodborne situation. Long story short, they were begging for Bloodborne and every other game in between, using platforms like change.org, harassing developers on Twitter, harassing developers and companies related to PlayStation exclusives all across their comment sections on YouTube, even going as far as harassing them on Facebook, and making Reddit posts, just begging, no shame, port begging in the worst kinds of ways. And they got what they wanted. They got the games, and then, you know, they got the games, they ain't do shit with them. And they got the games, they ain't buy them. Sony put the games over there for you guys to buy them. The narrative by the industry, the narrative by the journalists, and the narrative by the PC port beggars, and some PlayStation fans that weren't really PlayStation hardcore fans. If you just allow this, Sony will make so much additional revenue. You will have new games. You will have new IPs, and it has been 5 fucking years, and you know that's a lie. Sony is now reversing their stance. They've canceled over 10 games. They've closed down over 9 studios in relation to the PC porting strategy that got started 5 years ago. So we already know PC ain't going to help. If they ain't helping PlayStation, they ain't buying PlayStation games. You know they ain't buying the fucking Xbox games. I can't even get started with the horrible Xbox games that PC fans already knew were bad and they ain't even touch. Not even one. So, can Xbox fans support exclusives? The answer is no. As long as Game Pass exists, just like a crackhead with a mountain... that's a bad analogy. I'll use one. Just like a female with multiple credit cards in front of her and on a table, and she's in a mall, she can't resist but to use those credit cards and start shopping, right? So with that being said, I just think that as long as Game Pass is there, they're tempted to not buy games. They tempted to dip their foot in, play the game. There's no real incentive to finish the game because, again, you've gotten it for free. When you get things for free, you kind of don't really treat it the same as if you spent your hard-earned money. That's just a fact. A lot of Xbox fans don't complete games that they're given for free. There was one Xbox game I did complete on PlayStation Plus. They ended up taking it off of PlayStation Plus. It was Ghostwire Tokyo, beautiful game, and I posted a lot of gameplay on this channel. I ended up getting a platinum. Yep, Tango Gameworks. I think they ended up closing that down or something, or somebody brought them. I don't know. But yeah, I played the fuck out of that game. I loved it. Got the platinum trophy and everything. And then they took it off of Plus. It's still available on PlayStation, but it's no longer on Plus Extra, the other Plus. I don't know. Long story short, we don't see Xbox fans doing that, right? So, if exclusives are going to work, stop giving your games away on the subscription service that everyone on Xbox uses to play games. What are you going to do? Make the games exclusive and still lose money? Like, I don't. Again, we've already went over how the PC platform is useless. If you still put your games on PC, they're not considered exclusives. They're just going to be considered console exclusives. Not full exclusives, because they're still on another platform. I don't see any situation where this is successful. I know what Xbox fans are thinking. Yeah, see, I thought that too. And I thought that for many, many years. But I had to wait until the numbers caught up with what I already knew was going to fucking happen. And it happened, right? Sony realized they made absolutely nothing on PC. And they reversed their strategy. It happened. Everything we've said on this channel, True Witty, myself, it fucking happened. They realized they were making dog shit on PC, and the PC fans literally conned them into getting their best exclusives. And then they were like, fuck this shit. We're not doing that no more. The strategy, the journalists, Xbox fans, and PC fans wanted Sony to go day and date to tarnish their own reputation. Yes, they're evil. Yes, they wanted that. Because they said it out their own mouth. Xbox fans, PC fans, and journalists were pushing for the next phase. And the next phase, inevitably, was day and date. That's when Sony it would have been too hard for them to come back. So they didn't do that. Xbox has gone day and date a couple of times now. And they're going day and date with Fable. Or they might as well cancel Fable, because I don't see a world where Xbox fans pick up Fable. Fable 1 did good. Every other Fable flopped on Xbox. And there was a game like Fable Legends that ended up having a beta, online beta, and it didn't do good enough and they canceled it. You normally cancel a game before you let the players play it, but they were playing the fucking game through beta and you canceled it. Oh, by the way, the beta had microtransactions. But yeah, they ain't gonna do shit. Microsoft is all in on PC. Helix is a PC. And yeah, but if Helix is a PC, then why the fuck do you need Helix? Why not just buy a fucking PC? You're still gonna have access to all the Xbox games, so why does it matter? That right there is a big con job. And if you're dumb enough to fall for it, well, you're dumb enough to fall for anything. What's going on, Lethal? At this point, they better off killing Game Pass and go back to games with gold. That's a good idea. But the only problem with that is they've given out so many fucking games that they can't give out any more games because they have no more new games to give out. And they can't make deals with third-party developers or indie developers like they used to because they no longer have blank checks. Microsoft has them on a very short financial leash. So Even when you look at Game Pass, when is the last big game you remember coming to Game Pass? Besides Call of Duty, over the last 2-3 years. What other like big game? They had what is it, Expedition 33? That was pretty big. It ended up being big, but it was an indie title, and it didn't really get any marketing. But it did end up being big. It ended up being Game of the Year. Mass produced. You said, can you imagine if every Xbox game goes day and date on every platform minus Game Pass? That would be funny. But again, that's the only real way to make money. Lethal Gamer, you said Starfield. Starfield what? Starfield is on PlayStation, yeah. I don't know. You'll fill me in with the context. Oh, you said the last big game. Oh, okay. Starfield referring to the last big game. The last big game was Starfield. That was a long time ago. And Starfield was buggy then and is buggy now on PlayStation. Glad I didn't pick that up. That's True Woody. True Woody picked that shit up. He was obsessed with that damn game. I'm glad he got what he wanted though. So now, we'll see what else Bethesda can do. Maybe Elder Scrolls 6 in the next 8 years. Yeah, it is interesting. They didn't give any of the 2 Ori games to PlayStation yet. So I don't know what that's all about. I mean, me personally, if they're gonna go all in, go all in. If you're not going all in, that's cool. Don't go all in. But as of right now, I feel like you have absolutely no choice but to go all in. You see the money that's over here. You see how energetic we are when it comes to the hobby of gaming. And yeah, that's... Let me call True Woody and tell his ass to get in the chat. I knew he was going to not be in the fucking chat.
Yes, Jay.
Hey, are you joining?
Sorry, I was busy. My insurance gave me.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
What's going on?
I already started the stream, but that was just one of the multitude of fan arts they've been making of this woman ever since they heard she was doing exclusive. So if you wanted to know, I'm a Christian. I would never fucking do that. That's just, I troll a lot, but I would never do that. That's not something I would ever do. I don't play around with that. So yeah, that was not made by me.
These niggas need help.
If you guys want to know, I'm gonna show them this. These guys are crazy. Like and I'm not joking. I make some AI shit, but it don't look as crappy as that. These guys want to be saved. They want to be saved. We've always talked about it. We always talked about people like Dirk Griggity. They're there to give them false good news, but they want to be saved right now, and they think that Asha Sharma is going to save them. And I hope, look, bro, look at this. This is stuff I found on Twitter. These are images I found on Twitter that I sent to True Woody. This last one is a cracked up Xbox. And then you got the little Asha Sharma with her bag of tools to fix Xbox. These dudes think that they think she's gonna fix all their problems like that. I'm telling you, bro. Oh boy. When we talk about this stuff, bro, like, it's just crazy. Today's Thursday. I'm planning on doing a Sunday show this weekend, this Sunday. Saturday, see what my mom says. Me and her gonna go watch the Michael Jackson movie. Maybe my sister comes along. I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna be watching hopefully watch the Michael Jackson movie this weekend. On Saturday, and then tomorrow, it depends on what happens after work. I might just come home from work and just do a gaming stream. There will be a little bit of gaming at the end of the stream, so that'll be Monster Hunter Stories 3. That's what we'll feature.
Understood.
Okay, so let me just check. Do I need... Alright, let's reply to these daggone messages. Give me 1 second. Just texting some people back so I don't have a build up.
Here, Jay.
You here? Just okay, one more. Let me listen to this shit. Okay, that's it. Clear. They'll celebrate anything at this point. But that's the thing. They've been celebrating fake good news for a long time. What do you think is going to happen when just the bare minimum is done in the benefit of Xbox? When the bare minimum is done for the benefit of Xbox, these dudes going to go fucking haywire. Am I staying? I'm not sitting right.
You know what's funny though?
Well, you already know. Every time you ask that question, I'm gonna say Game Pass. But yeah, what's funny, Truity? Because Game Pass is funny. They want exclusives, but they have a service that stops them from supporting exclusives. So what's the point of making exclusives when they're not gonna make no money off of it?
That's not even that. Look what they did. Look what they did to her. Look what they did to her. They made her into what?
They're worshiping
what, Jesus,
her.
I guess.
Yep. they're literally
no.
worshiping
The funny thing is, she's Indian or whatever.
India, yeah.
She is.
She's from India.
She don't respect that religion. That's probably insulting to her.
Look at this one post, guys. This one AI post is of a white dude about to get a tattoo of Asha on his arm. Now, this is an AI image. It's not a real guy, right? But it's just a symbolization how they feel about her right now. They forgot about Phil like it was nothing. Like, bro. I know. Whatever you're gonna say, I know, but still, man.
She's their new god. She's their new god.
It's still fucked up, bro, right? Phil Spencer was there for them at their lowest and their lowest. There was no high points.
Yeah, he doesn't matter no more because they got a new guy. Listen,
y'all need to look. Just look at this, man.
The Xbox fans have no loyalty.
Look at this. This is the Xbox community.
Okay, Jay. Hold on. Hear me out. We respect Sean Layden, respect all of our people from the past. They don't respect none of theirs.
Oh fuck no!
They don't respect none of theirs. As soon as the new one comes, the other one is a piece of shit. Care no more.
Yeah, because they couldn't give them the glory that they wanted. They wanted that glory, and they couldn't get the glory.
At 360 back. If you want, you need to start buying games again. You don't want to do that.
This is what they're doing, people. They're worshiping her like a god.
Worshiping her, but the thing they used to put Phil's head on bodybuilder.
Yeah, I know, because they did that to her too. That same image of her holding of him holding that bazooka that was the Xbox Series X on his shoulder. They did that same image for her. Like, bro, let's bro, just no loyalty. I wish I would have made this, but I didn't. I did not make this make first party games exclusive again hat. I wish I would have thought of that. I wish. I made a hat called with AI called Make Xbox Great Again, but I didn't make this one. This is something that a real Xbox fan posted on Twitter. Like, bro, like y'all be thinking we crazy? No, none of us is crazy. Not me. No. I know people say a lot of bad shit about me, but you guys know me. And if you have a question, I'm here. You know, I destroy trolls all the time. But yeah, the real worst ones, yeah, that's the Xbox fans. That's the Xbox fans. I don't normally do a lot of this, but we're going to do it now. We're on the path to 11,000 subscribers. If you are watching, subscribe. If you got somebody that likes gaming, we got links, man. I got a whole bunch of links. I got a link to the Twitter that you guys need to follow me on. That is the real JayTV 4K60. You follow me over there on Twitter. I post a lot of stuff over there on Twitter. I'm not live here, if I'm video or a short hasn't been posted, most notably, you go over to my Twitter account. It's posted over there. So yeah, y'all get acclimated to the different links and where I post that. The monetization scare was the scare, but I was already planning to continuously do what I do best. Because I've been doing it so long with or without monetization, especially in the earlier days when I was going even harder than this. When doing a PS3 shit, where people needed a voice of truth and proof. And I was that voice. And still am. Because I'm going to be honest, nobody got more gameplay on their YouTube channel from the PlayStation community than me. Fuck, I got a lot. The majority of the gameplay from the 3,000, majority of videos from the 3,500 pieces of content here are gameplay related. My most popular video is 170,000 views, gameplay. My second, third, fourth, and fifth most viewed videos, gameplay. So I made my name with gameplay. I'm always gonna be a gamer. That's just what this channel is. But we definitely gonna talk about the evolution and amazing technical prowess of PlayStation hardware. From the past, the present, and in the future. We will be definitely diving into PlayStation 6, which we already know is going to be great. I don't need to jump on every single fake leak that we will have. We will have fake leaks about specs that are fake that we will get. I don't need to. No. If I'm smart enough to know it's fake, why do you want me to cover shit that's fake? Why do you want me to fuck my reputation up just for some excitement that everybody else is hyping up. No. If it's fake, I'm going to tell you it's fake, and don't expect me to cover fake fucking news. It's weird. It's weird that you want me to hurt my fucking credibility, or you want me to hurt my channel by fucking talking about a lie that you know is too good to be fucking true. Don't come to this fucking channel and do that shit. I am not going to fucking entertain that crap no more. Briarios, specifically you, learn how to do your research. Run everything that looks too good to be true, run that shit through AI, and all you gotta do is say, is this real? Fact check this. Bam. They gotta fact check that shit, and they gotta let you know if it's real. Then you bring that shit to me. Other than that, don't be bringing to me shit that everybody already fucking is talking about, and we already know it's too good to be true, and it end up being a fucking lie. Nah, bro, fuck that shit. They not getting the glory of the Xbox 360 days where, what was the glory? Launching a year ahead of the competition, not more powerful, not more multiplayer games, not more exclusives, not more technical achievements, not more features. The fuck? Like, again, when you really think about 360, what it really had over PlayStation was the network was more developed, but we would expect that because it launched a whole year ahead, and the year head start. And the amazing coordinated effort that they had with journalism and content creators at that early point in time to paint PlayStation in a very negative light. And also PlayStation's shortcomings themselves. You know, anybody else, I don't think they would have been able to survive that. But look at PlayStation and look at Xbox.
You will want to get 2 jobs, bruh.
Huh? Yeah, you had to get 2 jobs. Yeah.
Remember Ken Kutaragi?
You know what was crazy? You know what was crazy at the time? I had a very high paying job. Almost equal to what I'm making right now at that time. And it was a very high job.
All of our people.
And I only needed one job to pay for the PS5. Like, I was ready to pay $600 when I went up there in 2008, and I only needed $400 because the price had cut. PS3. And the price had been cut. And I wanted the backwards compatibility, but they didn't have it. They only sold the new Fat Boy that was, I think it was 40 gigs, right? I don't know if it was
probably the 40 gig model.
It was 40 gig model, right? And didn't have backwards compatibility. It was $400. I remember getting a $20 American Express card. I remember getting Spider-Man 3, and that's how I started my journey. But long story short, I had one good job, one full-time job, and I was able to pay and was ready to pay for the $600 PS3. I think the statement was horrible to make, but I also think it was false because you really didn't need 2 fucking jobs. Again, $600 then. Hold on.
You want to work 2 jobs to get this.
Yeah, but
it's like, whoa, dude.
But look at where we're at. Look at where we're at. And let's be honest. I don't feed into the bullshit. I'm a very honest person. I look at stuff like realistically. $600 then. PS5 Pro is $900, right? PS5 is like what, $650? No one has ever said recently that you need 2 jobs to buy a PlayStation console. They're just upset about the price hike. They're very upset about it. Yeah.
$600 back then is a lot more than $600 now.
I'm here to tell you no.
No,
one of my checks was yeah, but one of my checks back then I was still able to pay for my rent, and I would still have money to save up on just one check to get the $600 console. I mean, that's really up to you guys, but I'm telling you from somebody that was renting, you know, had an apartment and, you know, still had a cell phone and all this other responsibilities, and one check I could still set aside $600. But I didn't do that because I want to make sure I had money ready for rent and stuff. I saved a lot of extra money. I was ready to spend a whole bunch of money on the 60 gig.
Well, that's possible.
But
Just to wait, get your money up, then do it.
But hey, man, long story short, I know that a lot of people don't believe in that. That's cool, but I was there on the ground floor, you know, and I documented a lot of that stuff. So, yeah, once I got that system, I'm gonna be honest, man, there is nothing like it. What it was doing.
All I know is, as we were in high school and we couldn't buy that shit, we were like, nope, we're just sticking to PS2.
Well, I'm gonna be honest, man. When I was in school, I couldn't buy shit. I had to trade in a lot of games. Every new Game Boy Advance game, I had to trade in my old game, just to get a percentage off, so that I could, you know, buy the next new game, whether it was Pokemon or it was Dragon Quest. You know, so
we would just go work and, like, what do you call it? Go mow lawns and stuff.
Yeah, I was doing that. I was doing that too, but still, you know, games were not cheap for people that didn't have a real job back then. So if you're a kid, you're talking
that's
about.
Why we were selected.
Yeah, I know, but you're telling me like, hey, as a kid, I'm in high school, I can't afford that console. You couldn't afford any other consoles either. If you're doing lawn work, you must be having that's a real fucking job. If you're getting the money that you don't need a real job, but $600 is more expensive. I mean, I still had to get I had to get half of the money. Huh?
I can tell you.
Let me ask you a question. Did you pay for the DS by yourself?
Yeah, it was only $140.
You paid for the DS by yourself. And how do you pay for that?
By doing the job. It was easy. Because
What?
only
No. Did you have a real job? Or did you like chores and shit, like mowing the lawn?
And chores and bullshit.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. If you really want to buy stuff, you can bitch about something and make something look bad, like everyone else. This is a historian talking to you, a veteran gamer of that generation. Or you can do the work and get it. You can always bitch about it because everyone else is bitching about it. But you could always do what you were already doing, which is work hard and save the money and get what you want. If you don't want it, it's cool, but it's still weird to bitch about something that you truly do not want, along with the other people that could care less about the product that already have the product that they actually want. And that is what I documented many, many years ago, multiple console generations ago, that a lot of the negativity came from people that never had any interest in buying the console. They had the money to buy what they wanted, or they already owned what they actually wanted. And then again, as the generation progressed and the system got cheaper, that didn't come into play, but there were other people that came up with other excuses. Well, I don't want to go PlayStation because my friends are on Xbox. Well, I don't want to go over there because they don't have cross game chat. Well, I don't want to go over there because of this. I don't want to go over there because of that. Now, then when PS4 came along, oh, it didn't matter if your friends wasn't over there. It didn't matter if your achievements didn't switch over. It didn't matter if it didn't have cross game chat, which it did. I mean, like, people make concessions for what they want, and it's perfectly fine for people to have biases, but it's also really disingenuous if you don't like something. Just say you don't fucking like it. Don't make excuses that can't be made for other stuff. I tell people I'm not a fucking Nintendo fan because I want them to be at a higher level. I'm not going to buy that shit if they're not on the level that they need to be. I'm already on a different level with PS5 Pro. Why the fuck would I go at a lower level if they don't have what I need? System sellers could definitely change my mind, but they don't care because they're making massive amount of money on low effort games. They don't ever need to give. They don't have to give me what I want. They don't need a new Star Fox. They don't need a Zelda remake. They don't need one, and they have not put out one. They have not announced one. And look at how good they're doing right now. They didn't make a proper remake to the Mario Galaxy games. They just put out remastered / ports. And guess what? That shit sold like hotcakes. Low effort, high reward. And that's what Nintendo's known for. So if I go over there as a real gamer, knowing the difficulties I had to deal with the DS at launch, not after launch, at launch, where it was slow to get
Which
games.
DS?
The original DS.
You talking about 3DS?
The silver and black. The first DS.
It's not. That was not silver and black, but okay, it was just pure silver.
Are you 100% sure it was not silver and black?
Absolutely. I still have the original DS. I bought one of those.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, it was silver and gray.
I haven't seen the DS in a long time, but I'm pretty sure I remember that like the back of my hand. Original DS 2004.
It's like silver and gray.
No, that was black. The original DS, very light silver. Buttons were black. Start button was black. The select button was black. The buttons of the A, B, Y, all of those were black. The D-pad was black. The ring around the top screen was black. The shoulder buttons were black, and the bottom end was also black. That's not gray. That's black. I've held that shit in. Nope, it's not. That is black.
Dude, have you looked at one in person? That
yes.
Shit is aged. The plastic is color changed.
Maybe you're talking about another one. Maybe you had a different one.
No, I'm not talking about.
I'm looking. Look on the screen. Look on the screen. Does that look gray to you?
I'll look at the screen.
Okay, look at the screen and just tell me if it's gray to you, then maybe I'm colorblind. I worked very hard for that. I was very proud when I got one and I couldn't put it down. I also got a secondary one because my cousin didn't want hers anymore and mine got stolen. I spent a lot of time with the DS, and that was many years ago, but I'm never going to forget it. Just like I'm not going to forget the colors. Should I zoom in?
I see you're talking about the buttons. On the underside, it's gray.
Well, you can go take a look, but the majority of the system was
I have mine,
silver,
but it's not black. With me in my freaking bag.
So you're thinking about getting a DS for Christmas, huh? Just don't know which one to go with? Well, let's start with the DS Fat. This is the original. Forgive the discoloration.
Oh yeah, that discoloration is fucking old. Jeez.
Told you. Discoloration from fucking age, dude.
Well, his, yeah.
Mine's discolored from age.
Damn it. I gotta go back.
That shit's old.
I gotta go back. Hold on.
Maybe it was black when we got it originally, but sure shit isn't now.
Okay, so that right there. I know I might not sound these days like a Nintendo veteran. I know that a lot of people don't believe I was a Nintendo veteran, but these are things that I don't forget. And this is my first time looking at this handheld in many, many years since I've owned it. But I'm never going to forget it. That's not gray. That's black.
I'm guessing that's just a nice pristine one.
That's how I remember it. I don't remember discoloration because I had it at launch in 2004.
I remember discoloration because I've been using mine for a very long time.
Yeah, so yours is gray. Mine, day one, when I got it, when it came out in 2004, November 2004, it was not gray. It was black. So the majority of the system was silver, and then everything else was black. Buttons, the screen rim was black, the D-pad was black, the other end was black, and I thought it was cool. I thought it was the coolest fucking thing. I was playing Metroid. That was the Metroid demo on there before the full game came out. That was dope. Had Mario 64. I had I think it was Midnight. Was it Midnight Club? No, I think it was Need for Speed Underground 2 I had on there. I had Rayman 3D or Rayman whatever, Rayman DS. Let me think. Is that it? I had probably some other ones that come to mind, but yeah, I was on that bitch, man. I really was. Day one, I mean, not day one, but like I would say the first 12 months that I had it, it was like, yeah, it was great. Don't get me wrong. It's just the games wasn't like flowing. As soon as I switched over to PSP, that is when I noticed the uptick. And that was at the end of 2005. And that's when I started the following year, 2006, that uptick of like the new model, multiple new games, Final Fantasy 3, stuff like that started coming out. And it was a great system, but I had already switched over and I was just focused on PlayStation Portable. But yeah, I'll never forget that. That's something that's a system that I
we
never
had both.
forget.
We got PSPs over in Christmas time, 2005, at San Antonio at the mall. I remember it very well that day. My brother and me got the PSPs, and we were playing ad hoc multiplayer with what was the game? Not Budokai. It was another game that was out at the same time. They had like ad hoc multiplayer on the PSP.
Yeah, they had a lot of crazy 3D fighting games on PSP. I used to play a Bleach game too.
You didn't have to have both copies with Burnout to work, by the way. For Burnout Legends, if I remember correctly, you only needed one copy, and it would just hook up just like the DS with Mario Kart, where you only needed one copy to play the game multiplayer with multiple DSs. Same thing on PSP for Burnout. You only needed one copy. It was like some weird streaming technology they did where it would stream the video to the other person's PSP.
Yeah, I know that what's the name did that a lot too. DS. I could do that with some games.
It was Mario Kart.
Yeah.
You played as a Shy Guy when you didn't have the game.
Yeah. I did like
That
the Pick No
hilarious.
Chat. I remember me and my cousins at night, when we all had the DS. I had got mine by myself, and with the help of my brother and mom at the time, they helped put up the other half. But I remember working hard, doing as many chores I could do, make as much money. I made half, saving pennies and shit. I was just grinding for that DS, man. And I was still in school too. Yeah, I wasn't legally able to work.
And we grinded with the PS2, but luckily the folks gave us a PSP for Christmas, and that was an expensive Christmas gift because it was $250 for each PSP, one for my brother and one for me. So and that was crazy because they didn't do that. They never bought us stuff when it came to consoles or anything, but we begged for the PSP.
I'm noticing right now, last time that I checked, I knew that was gonna happen. Last time I checked SAROS, not related to our handheld discussion, but going to a new discussion. Last time I checked SAROS was yesterday on my PlayStation. I checked it. Actually, I checked it like an hour ago, probably while we were live, and I noticed that it was at 40 people that owned it. Now, when I checked on my phone at work,
within
it was
group.
Yeah, within my friends list, it was 42 people while I was at work earlier this morning. And it is now 6:47, and now it has went up to 47 people that own it. This is interesting because, again, the game's not out. It doesn't have a beta. It doesn't have a demo. So people that own it are people that actually paid for the game. Cannot own something that doesn't have a demo, doesn't have a beta, and you're on my friends list. Yeah, you already pre-ordered. That's impressive. Again, this is going along with the title of this video, this live stream. This is the importance of exclusives. But you have to show that you care. Do you understand how exclusives work? And I just don't think that Xbox fans can be trusted with something so sacred anymore. They showed that they care. They don't care about how exclusives are work. They don't work like, oh, okay, it's not on your platform. I can go to the message boards and tease the other side. That's one segment of that. And it's not actually the exclusives, it's more about the console war. Exclusives work when you buy the game. It is first party in nature, and the money goes back into the company that you support that made the console, and then they go out and get enough money to continue to support the console, and the biggest thing of all, make a sequel or a follow-up to the game and make it better than the one that you just supported. Xbox fans don't understand that. Playing a game through Game Pass, none of that money goes to the company. None of that money goes to the developer. And then when so many of the people on that platform, or most of the people on that platform, do the same thing that you're doing, how the fuck do you expect a new good game to be made? There is a reason why so many Xbox games were dog shit. They weren't dog shit because they were Xbox. They were dog shit because they didn't have the raw funds to make it that way. Microsoft was not always going to blindly fund every big AAA game on the Xbox platform. They weren't going to do that. They needed another source of revenue. Originally, it was PC, but we see how that worked out, and then they had to turn to PlayStation. Now, again, they think that Asher Sharma is going to fucking flip the switch. I fucking dare her. I dare her to flip the switch. Do it. If you really think that your fans can actually get their shit together within the course of 1 month, flip the switch now. Flip the switch, take the game off of Game Pass, and see if they support the game. I think we know what would happen. I want them to do it. I'm all in favor. I could care less, man. I played Gears. It wasn't my game to really play. Fable is all I really care about. If they want to take that away, that's cool. I can't fault them. That is their game, right? That's the game that they made.
Did you see my post on Pragmata sales numbers split?
For the UK?
No, in general. It's 82% for PlayStation. And it's like, let's see here.
I know Switch is...
for
Yeah, Switch is underneath PlayStation 12%. And Xbox is underneath Switch. Yeah, they don't like and this goes for yeah, this goes for everything, man. Like, it doesn't matter if it's an indie title, it doesn't matter if it's a AAA multi-platform title or first party title. They don't buy shit. It doesn't matter if the game is hyped up. They're not gonna buy it. They're not gonna buy it. They were last with Crimson Desert. There's nothing wrong with Crimson Desert outside of PlayStation getting the bulk of features when it came to consoles, but that was expected with the Pro. But other than that, there was no problem with the Xbox Series X version. No problem at all. But you know one thing I had noticed? There is one thing I had noticed, and I got a picture to prove it from an Xbox fan that was also, in a way, begging for exclusives. And I'm going to tell you what it was. I really can't.
Oh, that's right.
More people.
Were you going to play Monster Hunter?
Stories 2.
It's out
Stories
now.
3, yeah. Which one? Monster Hunter what?
It's out. 3.
I've been playing that offline though. But I'm gonna play it at the tail end of the stream. Yeah, I was playing the shit out of it this morning, last night, and the day before. I did have a stream ready for it. Huh?
But then I looked at my backlog and saw, shit, I have like Donkey Kong still to beat.
Yeah, I mean, I think Pragmata is awesome, right? It's just not for me. I might pick it up much, much, much later or play it much later, but it's not. You know, I played the demo and it was cool. It's good. You know, it's just not for me. It's just, and also I do have a crazy backlog, so I'm good on Pragmata.
That's my other issue. I have a crazy backlog too, so
I think
that's
I'm only
why
picking
I
up
debated yesterday.
Roughly 3 or 4 more games. SAROS doesn't count because I already picked it up, so that doesn't count. So that would be next would be Sword Art Online, Wolverine, Grand Theft Auto. That's 3. Invincible, which see that's the thing. Invincible comes out next week, and that's gonna be hard to pick up when I'm playing SAROS. So I don't think I'm picking up Invincible day one. I want to, but it's just, what the fuck? I'll be buying the game not to play it? I can't do that. I'm tired of doing that shit. But I do want it. I do really want to play the game. I can't justify the purchase because, like, the fuck? I'm not gonna have the time to play it.
If you need it, there's no point.
Yeah, I got no time to play it.
Yep, time is the greatest resource. I was talking with Henry about that.
Exactly.
Like, I was tempted to pick up Pragmatic because I got the money, but time is the issue.
Okay, so if you guys are a part of the PlayStation Legion, if you're a part of the PlayStation Legion Discord, no, private chat on PSN, I'm about to spam some stuff, but don't worry, it's educational. Let's see. Okay, so we got that. We got this. We got this. Damn it. Where's the good shit? There we go. We need that. I don't know what segment this is going to be, but it's not news and updates. I need... So we got that one.
First and turning
Okay.
terrible. Not because no one knows how terrible. And she was like, "He thinks."
Is somebody listening to something in the background?
It's me.
Is that True Witty or someone else?
It's got to be Truity. He's the only person I know would know about stuff in the background. Call him a background man. Ah, there we go. Marathon. Okay, there's like one more image I want to share with the group. It's not related to anything outside of console war. Oh, no. That's the golden ticket. That's the golden ticket. There we go. Those two. Okay, guys, let's get started. Let's go back into it. Yeah, I understand, man. Like, sometimes you just gotta get what you can get. But again, we already know what happens when we don't support games. Sony does not fucking play. They don't care what's up in your life. If they see that there's no interest, they're going to fucking kill the studio, and I don't want them to. And I feel like Blue Point had more value than House Marquee. No disrespect, and they still cut the fucking lights off. So it's like, we gotta pick our battles financially when it comes to supporting exclusives. And this right here is what I don't believe Xbox fans understand. I don't believe they understand how important it is to speak with your wallet. I don't know what's going on with the chat. There's no chat on the side. There's supposed to be a chat on the side. Oh, that's weird. Okay. If the chat doesn't work, it's okay. I'm just going to, we just gotta keep going. I'll just have to read the chat off of the over here. Oh wow, that's crazy. Damn.
All right, I'll be buzzing out in a moment anyways. I got to go back to work.
Oh,
I've been working the past 6 days or something. That's why you ain't seen me but in the chat.
Well, you good?
Let's talk about Asha Sharma as, I guess, Mary Magdalene. They're worshiping her on that level. So, I just want to give.
Not even Mary Magdalene had King Jesus robes, nigga.
Yeah, no, that's again. This is the crazy stuff. You know, this is the crazy stuff. So.
I don't know if that's Xbox normally or they're on some weird.
They normally do stuff like that.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Okay, so back to it. I can't see you guys. I mean, I could read the chat on YouTube, but for some reason they're not letting me read the chat over here. So I'm about to just go pull it up on YouTube anyway. So we're just gonna review this real quick, and this is also for research purposes for anybody in the PSLOG. So what we got now is she is the savior, right? She is supposed to save Xbox. She is their Jesus. I'm not saying this. This is how they're treating her. So she is their Jesus. Right? They've depicted her as such on multiple occasions as a savior to fix everything and bring glory back to Xbox. Okay, cool. So, image 2. And this is taking us into the news and updates. This is the news and updates. And we're going to be going to YouTube in a little bit. This is an Xbox fan's interface that wants exclusives back. Now let's really get into this. He brought the most powerful Xbox console last generation, right? That's cool. That's what you're supposed to do. Now this generation, what did he do? He did not buy the most powerful one. He brought the shittiest one because he listened to the hype. He never upgraded, and this is how it looks. Now, I see old games right here that he owns. He owns Red Dead Redemption 2, which is old, and Jedi Fallen Order. Those are both old, dirty, dusty-ass games. So not only is he not really all in on the new generation, he's begging for exclusives, and he has 2 fucking multi-platforms on his entertainment system. This is Xbox. This is what Xbox fans are. They don't understand how foolish they look. This is just what's going on right now. So if I can continue for our news and update segment, at least for the Xbox section, let's cover that first. Then we're gonna go to PlayStation. This is one of the individuals that is harassing Asher Sharma all over Twitter, begging for exclusives. Let me read off the tweet. It said, "There's one thing left to do to become the best Xbox boss in history, and that's to bring back exclusives." This was posted today before we went live at 2:09 p.m., April 23rd, 2026. This is what's going on here. Like, I need y'all to understand the state of the console war. They want exclusives back, but they have no intention on buying them. You never see anybody saying, bring back exclusives. I can't wait to financially support them. I can't wait to actually buy them. Nope. They're not saying that. They just want exclusives back. It's the narrative. It's the console war narrative. It's nothing more than that. They don't want to buy the games. They don't even want to own them. They're just saying, bring back exclusives. They're not saying they're going to sell a lot over here. No. They're just saying bring them back. So, again, that is the state of Xbox. State of PlayStation, from what I'm looking at, is a little bit better. But we will take the bad news first, and then we will go to the good news. The bad news. Marathon is a financial flop.
Bro, Viper Reeves, bro, that's a messy freaking life. A messy freaking.
My entertainment setup is wild. My entertainment setup is wild. What Viper Roof said? Never mind. He said, "I feel the same about SAROS."
You can't read it out.
Yeah, I can. You want to bet? Where he posted at? Where did he post it at?
In the chat. Just scroll up. Look, I'm reading the chat.
I figured you was late. Okay. Well, let me see what he said up there.
You might have to read that in your head.
Yeah, I gotta read that in my head. Oh shit! Oh, that's funny. Oh damn! Oh, that's a good one. That's a dark joke. Oh man, that's good. That's good stuff. You guys hit that like button while you're at it. I know a lot of you guys are here, and we're having a lot of fun here. But hit that like button. Show your support. You know, we had a scare. We want to make sure that YouTube understands that you guys are here. I'm here. We're active. You're active. This is why I block a lot of those accounts. Those fake accounts that keep coming to my account just to leave some hate. No, well, they gotta kind of look at AI because they keep making these fake accounts all the time. I am now no longer going to tolerate them at all, because I'm not saying they were the reason, but they could have been a contributing factor to me losing monetization for a multitude of accounts being made over and over again to comment on my account every time I go live. That doesn't look good. And that is not something I want. That is not something I have anything to do with. That is just haters that get blocked and they go make a new account. So what we're going to do with that is going forward, if I see any of them or you point them out as having nothing on their account, they will immediately get blocked. I'm not going to do a back and forth. I'm not going to do a debate with these guys. You know, we know the facts. They're normally here to lie and gaslight us into believing whatever their lie is. We're not going to deal with that. We're smarter than them. We're better than them. We don't have to deal with that bullshit anymore. Here's some bad news for PlayStation, because I'm a fair guy. The bad news, right? This is coming from my mouth, and you can take it how you want it, but you know I don't take no L's. So I'm saying this shit with my chest. Marathon by Bungie is a financial flop. It takes an L. It is not a game that the PlayStation gaming community actually wanted. Don't trick yourself into believing that this is a fucking W. The Circana information that came out yesterday hid one major contributing factor. They don't get all data from every developer. And if they don't put it on charts. That means there are other developers that have made more money and sold more copies of games, but are not on the charts. That also includes PC-centric indie devs. So, Marathon was not honestly number 4. It could have been much, much lower. Marathon is also sitting around 5,000 players this morning when I checked, and got that screenshot. Right now, we're gonna go check a new Steam database so we can get that number. Okay. SteamDB.info. Okay, cool. That's what we gotta do. So the high part of the peak at that point in time was 18,000. So it didn't reach 20,000. 20,000 was the previous day. A 24-hour peak was not something that they were reaching. So now we're looking at. Oh, there we go. You want to look at the sales. So Helldivers, to the best of my knowledge, Helldivers was always $40 and never marked down on PlayStation Store. And if it was, correct me if I'm wrong, but I never seen it was marked down. Marathon just came out last month, at the beginning of last month, and it is already marked down, right? The beginning of March, it came out. It is now almost 2 months old come May, and it is marked down already, right? So that is marked down by 20%. You can claim it's a summer sale, but what do you need to mark the game down for if it's hot? Now, this ends on May 7th. Well, what we know is that May 15th, we're going to get the Sony financial information in English. We're going to be able to go over it. Again, they're trying to boost sales to make it look like it's doing good. They're trying to help, right? They don't want to do anything illegal, but they are trying to help. They are trying to convince you, the gamer, to buy the game, and they understand that if something's cheap enough, you guys might bite. Sadly, the game on the dominant platform, right, where the majority of the community is, they have 5,000. So that means whoever's on PlayStation version of the game is much lower than 5,000 players at that time. And going into May, it will continuously get lower and lower and lower. It seems like every day is getting lower. If you look by week, I think it's dropping off 7,000 each. Again, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I've been tracking. Now, again, the 24-hour peak was 18,000. At the time this morning, it was 5,000. That's one of the lowest times that lowest views I've ever seen, or the player count I've ever seen. I think the lowest one before the 5,000 was 8,000. My fault. So that's the bad news. I'm not, and I've said this on Twitter, I'm not going to take an L defending this game. I'm not going to take an L because you guys like the game. I'm here to tell you the truth. I'm not here to lie to you because you're already lying to yourself. I'm here to distinguish myself, my record, and the credibility of this channel, myself, the PlayStation Legion of Gamers, the gamers that I associate with, versus the PlayStation fanboys that are very destructive to the community as a whole by not allowing our brothers and sisters to know the truth. We are not Xbox fans. We are not going to trick ourselves into believing something's a W when it's obviously a L. Okay? We don't order games like this that are super colorful. We like realistic, hardcore, graphic-based games. That is who we are as PlayStation gamers, and obviously story-driven. This is not that. It never was. There's no reason for you to feel bad to abandon this game or stop playing the game or stop pretending to like the game. But don't take a fucking L, because the day is about to come very soon, by the way, because you know how Sony is, where they're just going to pull the plug. Again, facts are facts. Let me do something real quick. I'm gonna go get the Steam database info. Just plug it in to the chat. right there. It's better for me to go there before me trying to type that shit out. So here we go. This is Steam database, the website. This is what we use. Why? Because that's what they use, right? They use this to try to make us look bad. This is one of the games that was not on the Circana NPD data. This was Slay Spire 2, sitting at 574,000 concurrent peak. That is high. The game sold over 4 million copies or more. That is very, very good. When it came out, right next to Marathon. So, we don't need to go down. It's sitting still in the top 10. Crimson Desert, number 12. Still very high for a single player game. These are some good games. Now, where do we find Marathon? We will find it somewhere soon, I guess. Okay, so here we go. We found Marathon. Marathon, they claim... Nope, that's my fault. Oh, Marathon's right here. So, Marathon, they claim the high peak today was 18,000. Tomorrow, for the 24-hour time period peak, will probably be 15,000 because that's where it's at, and it doesn't look like it got higher than that today. Remember, it was at 88,000. Every day that goes by, it's getting lower permanently. And here's another fun fact. When games like SAROS comes out, especially the PlayStation community for this game will no longer play the game. They will have something new. We also have the game called NTE, and we also have a fighting game on all platforms, and that is called Invincible. That game, because it's also on PC, could take a player share away from this title. Any and everything right now could hurt this title. Not intentionally, but just because it exists, right? If this game came out in a month where there was no competition, it would look really, really good. But there are constantly games coming out. They could be good. You could say they're bad. It doesn't matter. They still exist. And because they exist, and because we know the type of people that play games like this, they may be like, oh, well, there's something new. Let me go play it. Let me leave this game for a couple weeks, or maybe just end up forgetting about the game altogether. So, I just want y'all to know, man, it's been going lower, right? If we're just looking at for 1 week, if we go to the monthly base, right? Well, I can do this because the chat's not over there now. If you go to the monthly base, you do see it was somewhere at a high point here, but the game's been out for 2 months, by the way. We can't do that. We can't do that. What's the max? Can we go to the max? We can go to the max. Okay, so the max will be when it first came out and they got that big super duper boost, which was like around, there it is, 88,337. That's the high point. And then, as you can see, it steadily kept going lower. There have been spikes. They're like, oh, it goes low, then let's get a spike. It goes low, get a spike. Low, 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 low. It is now under 25,000. It can't hold 25,000 anymore. It is now in the realm of it's getting zeros. That's where it's at. And it's not my fault, right? But the game is not desirable, and it's okay to acknowledge that. It makes you good, right? Don't lie to your fellow gamers about a bad game being good. That's evil. That is fucking horrible. You know? They will never know how to make a good game if they don't understand that the game they currently made was bad. They need to learn. Buying the game or going online to lie about how successful it is not going to help. Okay? So now that we got that out of the way, Marathon is bad. I knew it was bad. It's an L. I will not defend Herman. I will not defend Bungie. I will not defend this game and take a L for anyone else. You want to take an L and continue to run around the internet. I know who you guys are. Continue to run around the internet and troll. Just attempt to troll Xbox fans by saying, hey, look, on Circana, it was number 4. And then in 3 more weeks, it gets closed down by Sony. You deserve to be teased. You deserve to be attacked. Right? Because I've talked to you. and I know who you are, and you know who I am. I sent 2 messages out to individuals publicly underneath their post about them doing that. I was like, bro, you're going to get an L, and I'm not going to be here to save you. Here's the facts. The game is not in good standing. And both of the individuals never replied back to me. So again, as much as I love to use numbers, you also got to fact check everything. Everybody has a agenda nowadays, including Sakana, and seeing it as though that they don't cover all games and they don't get all data, we can't use them and justify a W. We just can't. I understand how biased he was when he did not actually signify how successful the PS5 Pro was when it was selling like hotcakes. When he did not cover that properly, I understood that he was going to be biased on a lot of other things. This game is from the West Coast developers. We know they're pretty woke over there. And let's ignore them being woke, right? They're very progressive and they have a lot of friends in high places. And one of those friends may be Circana and the rest of the journalist pool. They have much of a stake in this game being a success versus the game not being a success. They may have friends that are developers that are working on a game. You know, it may run deeper than that. We don't know. But there's something that's unseen that is trying to force this game on us, even though we are saying we don't like it and we don't want it. With our wallets, we're not buying it. With the people that did spend money, they're leaving. No one's that fucking stupid. The game is under a under 25,000 player, where that is the lowest one. It's, you know, like if we're just looking right here at the chart, 25,000 is the lowest. Like you're just going towards 0 at this point. You're not getting any fucking higher. And the crazy thing is, every night when everybody leaves the service, and it's like early in the morning, the player right now number is gonna be lower. And the people that do hate the game, they're gonna take a screenshot of it at the lowest and continue to tease the people that are attempting to defend the game. 18,000 people in the 24-hour peak is not good. 15,000 people right now on a Thursday afternoon is not good. Maybe, just maybe, it can get back up to 20-something thousand for Friday and Saturday, but maybe not. People will probably go outside their house and maybe watch a movie like Michael Jackson, or they may just abandon the game and understand that the writing is clearly on the wall. Long story short, don't expect me to defend this game. If you're a PC fan and you try coming after me, just know it's on record that I never supported this game. I don't even know if I played the beta. I don't think I properly covered the beta. I remember it was open and me and Trudy was playing another game and we both were gonna cover it, and we just didn't even fucking play it. I remember not having absolutely no interest in playing this fucking beta. So yeah, there's that. Let's go cover the other 2 things in the chat, and then we're gonna go and look at YouTube real quick. So, aside from Marathon, it is true. This is a new screenshot I took after I saw that 47 people on my friends list already own the game, aka pre-ordered it. That's a lot, man. That's a lot. That's pretty damn good. Now, Crimson Desert's at like 107 people on my friends list own the game. So 47 people for a game like this is really good, because on my same friends list, less people own Returnal than own this game. So that's an improvement in my personal opinion, right? There are less people that own Returnal than on this game. And Returnal was also on Plus. So if you download it there, you know, they consider you a player. So that's saying something. So hats off to SAROS, doing good right now based on the people on my friends list. Oops, we're not supposed to go into that. This is an old image that I found on my Facebook account. This is a real marketing, right? This was real marketing for the PlayStation 4 when they had the Call of Duty deals. This is what prompted Microsoft to acquire Activision because they were tired. They were tired of these deals, and these deals were going to persist because the majority of people that pay for the game are on PlayStation. And they didn't like that. So they paid almost $80 billion for this company to stop the exclusivity deals. And they did. And then they started to put it on Game Pass, and no one paid for it, and they lost a lot of money. And now they have to take it out of Game Pass because they lost a lot of money that they're still trying to get back from the initial acquisition. Return on investment, which they have not gotten. So, you know, I know everybody wants exclusives to come back. I want them to come back. I want Xbox to have their own exclusives. I want PlayStation to have their own exclusives. I don't think there's a problem with exclusives. The problem here is that the amount of individuals that hurt their own credibility by claiming that nobody needs exclusives will be found, will be hunted down and exposed for being hypocrites. So watch your back, because a lot of you guys have a digital footprint longer than Santa Claus's list. You guys have been on record, on video. Screenshots have been taken of your Twitter account of you saying that it's better to have games on all platforms rather than exclusives. If you, as a PC fan, if I find any of you guys saying it's okay for Xbox to take their games off of PlayStation, then it should be perfectly fine with PlayStation taking their games off of PC and going back to using the sticker of PlayStation exclusive. I don't see a damn problem with them doing that. Actually, I think I had sent that to the PSL OG one time, and I don't know where it's at, but I think I sent that shit to y'all. No, not this one. There was one. There was a time where I sent that. Oh no, there's proof right there, right there, as you can see. Now this game came out this year, and we had talked about this. This is the brand new PlayStation 5 console exclusive sticker. They are letting you know that they're ready to do stuff like this. So, you know, we've heard some people claim they have taken screenshots that I looked at that they refer to SAROS as an exclusive. It is not broad. It is not on every post. It is not on all their websites, but one person took a screenshot showing it. I did try to dig that up. I could not find it. Take it with a grain of salt. But they are treating SAROS as a big budget AAA exclusive. Marketing, no. Merchandise, no. Special controller, special headset, special console plates, no. Are they talking about it or trying to financially help the game with marketing and advertisements on the same level as Marathon? No. But they are trying to get it out the door. They're showing trailers, letting and reminding you that the game is launching soon. But when it comes to what they should be doing, again, look at how they treat SAROS. Look at how they treat Helldivers. Look at how Sony treated Concord. Look at how Sony treated Marathon. They made exclusive controllers for both games before they came out. They made, a lot of headset. It was headsets for Marathon or Concord too. Like they were just doing it up, bro. Like they pumped so much. The two games that are flopping, Concord and Marathon, by the way, they pumped so much money into. The two games they didn't spend a lot of money on, it looks like, are going to be very successful. That's just how it is. Speaking of success, I wanted to give you guys a visual of the official website for virtualsgame.com, where they said right here, as you can see, the confirmation that Forza Horizon 5 is one of the best-selling titles on PlayStation 5 in 2025, surpassing 5 million copies sold. Not shipped, sold. Again, we don't get sold numbers, and I know we talked about this earlier, but this is in the segment of news and updates, and I think it's important to just keep it here for a little while so you guys can get adjusted to it. Also, I remember something. Oh yeah, we gotta go take a look at that. Probably trigger something. Yeah, man. It's really cool to see, you know, PlayStation gamers doing what they do best: buy games. That's what you gotta do. Just buy games. That's all you gotta do. Just buy games. See how easy that is? I've never seen Microsoft brag about sales numbers ever. That's crazy talk, bro. I don't think they're going to look at that money and say, I'm not putting games on PlayStation no more. I know their fans are going to be very loud in their ears, but I don't see them doing that. Okay, guys, let's do a YouTube trailer checkup for PlayStation real quick. Oops, wrong channel. Let's see what we gotta go take a look at first. First, we're gonna go take a look at the SAROS trailer. See if the sound is properly working. Well, the TV is working. Is the Elgato working? Probably not. Yep, Elgato is working. But I want it to run through my earphones. Well, I got a few screenshots from SAROS' new trailer, and they looked, the character models look way better than I remember them looking, which means this must be the final build. You know, normally you don't really expect the game to continue to look better and better every time they show it, but this is the case. It doesn't seem to be CGI, it seems to be in-game, but obviously the game will have photo mode, so we'll be able to test that out. Uh-oh, look like the dude's infected. Oh, he looks like he's infected. You gotta chop him down. You gotta do a little chop chop. On the chop chop. From the shore. House Marquee becoming a household name. I like it. Oh, that should look good.
Ruled by the eclipse. I search for you.
Who's playing that?
Only death.
What happened?
Who's playing that?
Playing what?
House Marquee game. Was it a trailer?
Yeah, I'm looking at the trailer they released today, the launch trailer.
Oh.
I search for you and find only death. But I always come back stronger.
Dope. I see that, yes, it's Returnal, but it's really leaning into that Doom vibe, especially with the music. You know, so it's like a third-person Doom mixed with Returnal. And it's really, really dope. Oh, look at those flashbacks. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Oh, I'm getting hype. I'm getting hype. Okay. I'm awake. I'm awake. I'm awake. I'm woke. I'm woke. I ain't getting woker than that. That's dope. Ah, that's dope. I do like that I don't see not on other platforms until a X date anymore. They're not doing that anymore. They're like, hey, this is available here, PS5 on this date. We have to support this game. We have to show them that exclusives matter. I think people on my friends list, they saw this trailer today and more people picked it up. And I was at 40 yesterday. It's at 47 right now. This trailer has 159,000 views. I think this game should do good. I think it really should do good. You know, I want it to do good. I want gamers to understand that this is a great game made by a great studio, and they worked hard to show off the power of the platform that you currently support. You understand what happens if the game does not financially do what Sony needs it to do. But I'm going to enjoy the fuck out of this game and not think about that too much. I'm locked the fuck in. Now I want to show off Invincible, but we can't do the music thing because it's copyrighted. But we can go take a look at the Invincible trailer, but it has to be muted. Sorry. It has copyrighted music. So this is the story trailer. Voice acting is really good. That's all I can tell you. If you want to look at the trailer on your own with music, you can do that. It's on the PlayStation's YouTube channel. But the animations look great. You know, voice acting is really, really great. They got some great voice actors. You know, for the people they couldn't get, they got stand-ins, but they were high-level voice actors. Like, really, really high. Characters look great. I love that it has a Mortal Kombat style to the damage. The damage from Mortal Kombat where you get really bloody or your outfit starts tearing off. I love that they got that going on here. It's a level of cell shadedness, but not too quirky, not too goofy, you know. It feels like
a decent Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, it is based off of an animated series, so there is that, so it makes sense, you know. So again, this is the story trailer. This shit is fuck. It was, bro. They were cooking today. I'm telling you, the amount of shit we got today. The amount of shit we get. Look at that. Look at that red and black outfit they got. That shit is fire. The amount of shit we got today, you could have wrapped up in a fucking state of play for real, man. You like it. They had some good shit, but it was a lot of shit that we already knew of. So I do like state of plays to show us shit that we don't know. Next, we're going to the world premiere trailer for Assassin's Creed Black Flag, which they confirmed will not have the current modern day RPG elements or that we known to a lot of us to not like. This is a remake, and it looks good, and I know the waters could be good. They have confirmed a massive amount of support for the PS5 Pro, talking about PSSR and PSSR 2.0 in great detail on the PlayStation blog. So I have no doubt that it's going to be really great. on PS5 Pro, and it may lead me to buy this game because it is a game that's going to be heavily based around water. So, and the fact that they remade it, and I never got to play the original version, it is something that I'm thinking about. And I'm a big fan of pirates too, so I think that's dope. Oh, treasure chest, yeah, fucks that. This is what everybody was waiting for. I'm glad that they finally got it. That's what I'm just happy for people that are getting the games that they claim that they love so much. I'm really, really happy for them. So that was that. What else? We're not looking at every trailer, but we're gonna be taking a look at some of the bigger ones I've seen. This game is called Mistfall Hunter. Looking at it, it looks like a Souls game. The slow walking reminds me of a Souls game. It does, however, seem to have different classics like a thief, a knight, and a mage. So that's interesting. It is third person. Enemies don't move fast. Maybe it just has that Souls aesthetic. I'm not seeing any type of UI though, so I can't tell if it's going to have any stamina. But by the movement of the characters and the aesthetic of the game, I can clearly tell that a lot of influence was made based off of the Souls genre. I'm loving the elemental attacks. Big fan of that. Loving the spells too. That's dope. Uh-oh. You got female character models that look really, really revealing. Jiggle physics on the titties for the harpy right there. Nice. So again, the name of the game is Mistfall Hunter. Not to be related to anything related to Monster Hunter, but it's Mistfall Hunter, and it does look like it's a Souls style game with a little bit of a twist. Looks dope. Now, here is the Splatoon game mixed with Fall Flat mixed with PlayStation Home. When you see it, you will understand why I mixed those three together. So it's like Splatoon, right? Mixed with Fall Guy. I said Fall Flat. So it's Splatoon mixed with Fall Guy. And then at towards the end, you will see the PlayStation Home elements come into play. Right now, you're seeing the Fall Guy games come into play. Yeah, Lethal, what's going on? Yeah, I agree, man. That was the worst acquisition PlayStation made. But, you know, I went and did some research, and I thought it was Herman at the desk signing the acquisition, but it was actually Jim Ryan. But because Jim and Herman are so close together, I thought it was Herman the whole time. Long story short, Herman still wanted them to be there. He still celebrated it. He was all in the know about it. But, yeah, man. So again, this Tututopia, the Tutopia game is it's Splatoon mixed with Fall Guys mixed with PlayStation Home. If this is your jam, it's coming out, I guess, soon. And it's going to be free to play. It's on all platforms. I think it's going to have cross-platform support. So it's on PC, PlayStation, Xbox. I don't know if it's going to be on Nintendo. You know how they are. So I don't know, but we'll go check in a little bit. Anything else? Nope, nothing else. I'm going to go over to Nintendo real quick to just check something out. See if they posted the trailer. Now remember, Nintendo already has a Splatoon game that they showed off 2 days ago, I would not expect them to. I would not expect them to show off that game. But it also looks like that game seems a little bit too powerful to run on the Switch too. But they did show a lot of indies today. So maybe it was Nintendo that showed all the indies. And then PlayStation had access to them as well. Oh, it was an Annapurna. It was an Annapurna lineup today. Maybe that's what that was all about. Yeah, that Zootopia game, it looked way too deep for the Switch 2. Sadly, I understand when people look at Pragmata and stuff like those games, those are scalable games. They are. Like, you know, you can scale those games down and make them really, really shitty on Switch if you really want to. But other games, developers not going to want to compromise. So, yeah, so it looks like the Zootopia is not going to be there. So, I'm just going to show you the character creation that I had watched earlier so you can get a look at that. So, again, as you can see, very inspired by what is it, Splatoon. But again, you do have character creation. I could see a lot of people making Powerpuff Girls based off of this design style. My character will pretty much look just like me. Again, you do have a pretty nice looking, lively city that you'll be able to travel around, either by yourself or other people. So there's that. It used to be called Project Adam. Now it's called Zootopia. So it is what it is. Will it be successful? We will have to see.
What is this?
It's called Zootopia. It's Splatoon mixed with Fall Guys mixed with PlayStation Home. It got shown off today.
And that's character creator?
Huh? Yeah, it has a character creator.
Okay.
Okay, so
Let me guess. That's more. That's a multiplayer shit.
yeah, multiplayer, PlayStation, PC, Xbox, not on Switch. It does seem to have better visuals and graphics than anything you've seen on Switch. It does have a style similar to Splatoon with the character models, but that doesn't mean the rest of the, things are, And then think about it, Nintendo, would they want something like that competing? Probably not. So Nintendo really been missing out on a lot. They're not getting a new Assassin's Creed game. They're not getting Grand Theft Auto. They're not getting Sword Art Online. They're missing out, man. Crimson Desert missed that platform as well. Yeah, it's crazy. Let's go take a look at Xbox's YouTube channel. Finish this rundown. It looks like they had an indie showcase. So it looks okay. So I think I understand why PlayStation didn't do a state of play, because those two did their little indie showcases today. So it was no point for Sony to do theirs because they already did their part showing off the indies. Sony didn't need to show off the indies with a state of play. So I see why we didn't get a state of play for this month. We're definitely going to get a showcase next month for the summer. But yeah, now it makes perfect sense. I don't know. I've been at work all day. I had no idea that they were covering the indies today. Nintendo and Xbox.
I'm still surprised they still didn't do a showcase for SAROS. I expected that at least. A dedicated one.
I think that would have been great, but I think that you don't want to show too much, and I think they've done a great and good enough job to have so many different gameplay clips out there that they've put out there that are real, that if you're someone to say you don't know what it looks like, you've probably already saw what it looks like. You know what I'm saying? The game comes out early, 2 days early for the deluxe people. We're gonna have a lot of gameplay out there. A lot of gamers are gonna be posting gameplay. That's what PlayStation fans do, and I think that if by the time it launches officially on the 30th, I think that PlayStation fans are like, okay, that's something I want. I knew it was something that was gonna come back to me. I knew it. Metacritic. That's what we gotta go check. SAROS Metacritic. Nope. Metacritic. I knew that was gonna happen. Because I'm not pronouncing SAROS right, and I don't know how to pronounce it. Sorry, though. I got the page. I thought the reviews were ready. I know that little Tim Schafer indie game from Double Fine is out. The Kiln. Available now. Oh, it's on PlayStation as well. Wait up, so that's a day and date title. That's another Xbox Game Studios day and date title. Wow. Xbox, you're giving us games. How? What? Let me take this screenshot.
What's going on?
The game from Tim Schafer from Double Fine Games, which is a studio that they own. They put out a new indie game, and it's available on PlayStation day and date. It's available now.
I thought Asher Sharma say no to. I thought Asher Sharma saying no to multi-platform, bro. What the fuck?
I don't know, man.
Well, they do own Double Fine, so I guess what is the game called?
KILN.
Oh, Kiln? Oh, they already knew about that. I already knew about that. That was announced a while back.
The only reason why I'm talking about it is because it just is being advertised on the Metacritic page for SAROS.
Oh.
Just like Starfield was when I was looking up PC stuff on Amazon.
Huh.
And you saw that mural that they made for Starfield in the UK on that wall. Again, I don't think the Xbox fans understand that they're probably not getting exclusives back. And then if they do, things are going to really, really change.
If they do, they're gonna have to start holding their weight and actually start funding their own games.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Game Pass is dead weight, man. They gotta get rid of that shit. You gotta get your gamers back on the ball of buying games. That's what's gotta go. Oh god, I'm telling you right now. It's really funny when you think about. Xbox fans are really, really silly. Somebody was posted a video about these kung fu guys getting kicked in the nuts multiple times for discipline, and attributed that to Xbox, and I think that's fucking honest. You know, I think that's 100% honest. Like they don't ever learn their lesson. I think we got a brand new red alert, guys. I think we got a red alert. Yeah, it looked like we got a brand new red alert. Let me go get the details. I just found one. It is red. It is hot. Truity, you got to be woke for this. Looked like they showed off a brand new. Yeah, mass produced. We covered that article earlier in the stream. We covered that, but I guess I cover it again because you didn't think that I covered it or you got here late. But yeah, we already know about it. I'm gonna read it out now for if you don't know. The Xbox has announced its new strategy. The Xbox model that got us here won't be the one that takes us forward. That will include reevaluation of exclusivity, Windows, and AI. Microsoft Gaming Microsoft Gaming back to Xbox. New North Star is the daily active players. So this is the thing, man. If you're an Xbox fan, but you're on Twitter all the time and you're not playing anything, and the only people that's on Xbox Live playing shit is Madden and basketball, that's the only people she's gonna, be looking to for the future. So if you don't want them to be how you get, your new games or don't get your new games, you need to be online and you need to be playing something.
You know what's funny? I don't think people realize what was written. Read that first part again, because one thing people seem to miss is that one portion where you were reading it, and I was like, bro, I was gonna say something about it, but I'll just let you finish.
Okay, so the red alert is they just revealed the brand new Xbox game logo or the Xbox Game Studio logo. I don't know. Remember, it was Microsoft and it was Xbox, but now it's back to Xbox. So they showed a brand new logo, and it's official. What were you talking about? You said reevaluation of exclusives.
Yeah, but it said something else.
Well, it's a comma and then Windows, and then they say and AI. And that the reason why she probably talked about that is because that is something that they wanted to do.
Said she said something else, and then I think that's when I don't think people. But I can't remember.
The model that got us here won't be the model that takes us forward.
Keep going. She said something else, and I just
Microsoft Gaming back to Xbox. New North Star daily active players.
No, it was my. Let me see if I can find the code now.
Is it about the exclusivity?
I heard it. Huh?
Is it about the exclusivity?
Yeah, I heard it. I heard it for like a second, and then I was gonna say something. I just let it go, and then I've kind of.
If you heard me say it, then I'll say it again. Reevaluation of exclusivity. Then there's a comma, and it says Windows, and then it says and AI. Because remember, people were afraid that they were going to add AI into a lot of stuff under Phil Spencer and Windows in the new system, which is something they're going to do anyway.
Is this a tweet she made?
No, these are the talking points that were in the Xbox Wire article, and Jeff Keighley reposted it 2 hours ago. So he simplified it. So are you talking about the reevaluation of exclusivity? Because that's the only thing that was ever said. There's only one passage about exclusivity, and that's the reevaluation of it. If it's sustainable. Literally, that's what she means by that. They're going to reevaluate if exclusivity is something that Xbox wants to try to fight for in the future, or are they just going to be third party? It makes sense for them to be exclusive because they have a system that they need to sell in the future. However, you're not going to make any money if you cut that shit off. You got to be real careful. You know what I'm saying? You're already going to lose this year. You know? But you want to make some money on the way out.
Oh, probably something you said probably wasn't actually there.
Somebody said, don't take too long to reevaluate.
Yeah, he probably something that you probably added. Cause I didn't see what I heard.
Well, I misspoke on something, but what I was reading off was reevaluation of exclusivity, and then it's a comma, and it says Windows, and then it says and AI. What did you think that I said? Maybe I can better help you understand if I know what you thought that I said.
No, it's okay because I don't. It was like a second, but for some reason I actually got it. That's why I actually.
Xbox Game Studios games on PlayStation website.
Several Xbox Game Studios titles are coming to PlayStation 5, including Sea of Thieves, Hi-Fi Rush, Grounded, and Pentiment. Microsoft also plans to release Call of Duty.
We know what it is. It actually works. It actually fucking works. If you go to the website browser, the desktop website browser for the PlayStation Store, and you type in Xbox in the search engine, it will show all available Xbox games on PlayStation. And right now, we got 11 of your games. I think it's a lot more, but it's 11 right now. Pentiment's not on. No, Pentiment's right there. Never mind. Grounded's there. Sea of Thieves there.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna rewind what you said. Give me a second.
Okay. Just do. Okay, man. I think I just misspoke. I'm getting sleepy, so that's gonna happen. Let me go get the link to this so that we can put this up on the page. I mass produce. I think that they're talking about the reevaluation of exclusivity on PlayStation and Nintendo. Obviously, they need to reevaluate it because they have a new piece of hardware to sell, and the only way to really sell hardware is with, you know, exclusives. Also, a lot of Xbox fans are begging Aisha Sharma to reverse the exclusivity strategy and put games only on Xbox and take them off PlayStation. But with all the money that they make, I don't know if that's the best financial strategy or if the shareholders are going to like that. I think it's best for them to be in the realm of being the new Sega than them trying to be competing with PlayStation and Nintendo, which we saw just normally does not end well for them. Okay, they don't want me to bring it up. So this right here is what happens when if you search Xbox on a PlayStation desktop. Right, this is what happens. You search it, says top results. It says 11 games, 1 feature, 1 support. And these are the games. The new game, right there. Truetti, did you hear what you needed to hear?
There you go.
What?
Nothing.
What was it? What did I say?
Oh no, you said exclusivity Windows. I was at, bro.
No, I meant
that's where I was
it's
at,
a
bro.
comma in there, but I'm not saying comma, but I need to say comma because you think it's, yeah. Because she was talking about like what we're focusing on, reevaluating exclusivity, then also Windows and AI. So when she said reevaluation, she's not only talking about exclusivity, she's talking about exclusivity, Windows, and AI. They're reevaluating all 3 things.
Got you.
Yeah. So there's 11 Xbox games on PlayStation right now. We got the Kill game, that was day and date. Gears of War. Where's Gears of War? Gears of War is the 12th game. Where's Gears of War? Gears of War is the Xbox game. I knew it was a game fucking missing. Gears of War is missing. Hold the fucking phone. Cats. I think that if we search this there, let's put this one here. There. So we're gonna go to the desktop version of the PlayStation website right now, and then what we're gonna do is we're going to go to the Xbox page on the PlayStation website. So this is the page. They got refurbished consoles, letting you know you can save some money by buying one of them. They got Helldivers right next to Marathon, which is a disrespect to fucking Helldivers. They got Forza Horizon 5 on this bitch too. That shit funny. Oh, fuck. I was trying to take a screenshot and I couldn't take a screenshot because I had YouTube open in the background. Let's try that again. It's a lot of accessories. SAROS this April on PlayStation. I mean, they are showing off SAROS, but I think they could have did better. I've seen them try. I know what trying is. No, I don't want to find out more. Okay, so I don't think necessarily I need to go to the Xbox page. I feel like this is ammo enough. I feel like Halo being next to Grand Theft Auto, also Wolverine being there in the Marvel token game, next to SAROS, which are all not going to Xbox. I can't really celebrate the Horizon game because that's going to be financially dead on arrival and a financial flop. But again, this right here, this is showing us that Halo is still scheduled to come out this year on PlayStation. It's not off the list. Let's go and see what they have to say about that. It says at Xbox Game Studios, Halo Combat Evolved, Campaign Evolved. It's unreal that we're looking at this page, but this is what we're looking at. I mean, even if it says more Xbox Game Studios titles on PlayStation, this is the segment we were looking for. Like, this right here proves a lot. Oh, yeah, Hellblade, too. Like, bro, they put a lot of games. Like, if we can count out the games, it's a lot, bro. So, what do we got? We got Gears of War, we got Forza, we got Flight Simulator. God damn, I forgot about that one. So, that's 4. Ninja Gaiden 4 is on here because they did help fund it. So, let's count that one. That's 5. 6 for Grounded. And then, what do you got? Hellblade. And then we got Halo and Hi-Fi Rush. And it's a lot, man. It's a lot when you think about it. Yeah, so it's real. It's real. It's definitely like, you know, like games are coming over, and it's just it's weird to sit up here and say, "Oh, we're going to get our exclusivity back. We're going to get our exclusivity back." You're not getting it back. You're not getting it back. Take that screenshot because that's ammo. And even if they don't fix it up to run better over here, it's going to run better over here by default. Any problems it may have on Xbox is not going to have any of that over here. What do you think, Truity? Their games are still over here. They have a segment on PlayStation's YouTube, on PlayStation's official website that talks about Xbox games. I mean, if it smells like a duck and it looks like a duck, it's probably a fucking duck.
Be a rabbit.
Hey, cut that out. We don't like that. What do you guys think, man? You think Xbox is going to get exclusives back? They seem to be very comfortable putting their games over here. And the generation is over, by the way. They lost. So, they want to keep doing that. They can reevaluate, meaning there's still no plan. Exactly, there's still no plan. But what they're gonna do is they're gonna go to the earnings call. I think at the end of this month, that's when theirs is.
Listen, I'm gonna be fair. I'm gonna just say this, right? To put games on PlayStation, that was not Phil Spencer. That was Satya Nadella's show. Satya Nadella is still there, and Satya Nadella is the one who appointed Asha Sharma. He's not gonna go against. He still wants to do. He more likely pick someone that is going to follow his follow him into the new generation of Xbox. He chose someone that is from the AI division that he is championing, right? You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm coming from?
I already know. Remember, we went over this in the beginning when it happened. We know her background is AI. We know he picked her. It's not about us not knowing. It's about them keeping track and not losing focus. Their focus is lost because they believe she's actually here to save them. Because she's doing a few good deeds. Their whole catalog is on PlayStation's platform. More than 50, well, it's getting close to 15 fucking games. Halo, Gears, and Forza are announced or even on this platform. But Halo, if Halo actually does land on this platform, it's fucking over. And they know it. They don't want that game over here, bro. I'm going to tell you right now, Xbox fans, you don't want Halo over here? Fight hard, bro. Buy Forza Horizon 6 with your own money. Do not play it through Game Pass. Trust me.
They will play it through Game Pass.
I know they will. But I'm just saying, they're going to fail a test. That's the test. If that game doesn't make the type of money that Forza Horizon 5 made on PlayStation alone, they're going to have their decision. And that decision is, let's keep putting games on PlayStation. These guys aren't about shit. That's what they're going to come to the conclusion to. They don't actually care. This is a powerful image right here. That's a really, really powerful image. But it's also a factual image when you look at it. Like let's be real. This is a very factual image right here. Your games are over here. Every single one of them. We're just waiting on Halo. We don't even need Gears E-Day. We're just waiting on Halo. And we don't know what's going to happen with Fable because, you know, I truly, truly do want that game. But look at this, man. Look at this. About to be fucking crazy. That's all I'm saying. It's about to be really fucking crazy out here in these streets. Xbox fans about to act a fucking fool for the next 3 to 4 weeks. They about to act fucking crazy. I need to go see when the review embargo is lifting for SAROS. So we can calculate when we get that review. The review embargo lifts on April 24th, 2026 at 12 a.m. PST. What the fuck? What is that? So midnight? Early morning, midnight. So early in the morning tomorrow, we got to get when we wake up, we're going to be getting flooded with SAROS reviews. True, Woody.
Okay.
So I thought it was today, but it's actually tomorrow. But it actually is today. But if it depends on how you look at it. It's fucking weird. Weird time to release reviews, right? But you know, I guess it is what it is. Yeah, you know what's crazy? This other guy has another additional game I keep forgetting about. The what is that? The Outer Worlds.
The
So
other words, yeah,
yeah,
that's their
so
game.
both Outer Worlds 1 and 2.
It is their game, but they didn't publish the first one. You hear me, Jay? They didn't publish the
Okay, they
first
didn't publish that. So I guess we're just looking at the sequel then.
Yeah.
Lovely. Well, guys, I gotta go order some food, find something here to eat, and then get some of these timestamps set. I was gonna get a little bit of Monster Hunter, but I'm not gonna do that because I'm feeling a little drowsy and I don't want to fucking fall asleep. So we're gonna end the stream here. But this is the green alert. It's a lot, man. It's a lot to really review and talk about and think about. Like, you know, will Xbox do it? Probably not. Will Microsoft want Xbox to do it? No, they're not. They're not in the business of competing anymore. They've seen how 3 generation, the 1 generation they had a chance, they still fumbled. I don't know how that's possible. You get a whole year head start and you still lose the generation. That's crazy. Then the following generation, huh?
I think that's when they realize it's not easy to win.
It's not easy to win against PlayStation. So then the next generation, PlayStation keeps the momentum from the PS3 and goes hard as shit. They keep that PS4 momentum that they got from the PS3 and they go into the PS5 pretty strong. The only thing PlayStation fucked up on is tarnishing their reputation by putting games on PC, which makes these games actually not exclusive anymore, right? And then obviously they got real crazy when Herman wanted Helldivers to go to Xbox, which they never needed to do. They own the IP. They never needed to do that, but they did it anyway, and it's just really a bad look when you think about it. So, glad to see them, you know, reversing course on that. But that's the only, like, PlayStation still whooping Xbox's ass in technology, better graphics, better performance, better hardware sales, better software sales, better third-party and indie developer relations. You know, just you name it. It's whooping their ass in China. It's whooping their ass in Japan. You know, it's whooping their ass in Brazil. It's whooping their ass in UK and Europe. You know, like Xbox lost a third fucking time, bro. Like, can't make that shit up. Straight losses every time. So, I don't think the shareholders are gonna say, yeah, let's just try a fourth. The fourth time is the charm. The fourth time's the charm. Yeah, maybe y'all could take him. No, motherfucker, you making a fucking PC that's a console, or a console that's a PC. That in itself is already confusing, and already confused consumer when it comes to the Xbox brand. So like, man, you got like less than a fucking year until you reveal this new system officially and bring out pre-orders, and also like correct people on what's going to go on. Like, should they buy the system? Will it have exclusives? What will be the future of Game Pass? There's a lot to worry about. But, you know, Xbox fans are probably going to sleep really good because they talked about exclusivity. They didn't confirm shit. They didn't make any plans. They just said,
nothing was confirmed. Like, and they believe that they're going to get it. Like, it doesn't make no sense.
That's why they're fucking crazy. That right there is why they're fucking insane. Yeah. They don't need enough. They don't need a lot to, like, you know, actually, you know, they don't need a lot. It takes just a little bit, just a little push. Just a little push. Okay, everybody, you have a great night. True Woody, big shout out to you. Also, shout out to Warlock for stepping in earlier, giving his you know, his knowledge on the history of handhelds and stuff like that. We're definitely gonna be talking about this on the Sunday show. I don't have any major plans tomorrow after work, so you probably will see a gaming stream, and you might see my face. I might be using the PlayStation camera for that one because I want to stream directly from the console more. I know it's, you know, we don't have the bells and whistles and the interface and stuff like that, and that's cool with me, but I really do want to stream from the console more because I want to get the full effect of the power of the PS5 Pro. Okay. And before I leave, I want to leave you with the one bit of wisdom. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and also think about this. We haven't seen a single PC fan today. Xbox fans want games to be exclusive, and PC fans are completely silent. PlayStation fans wanted our games to be exclusive, and PC fans are out there lying their asses off. It's a stark contrast on how the community and the industry treats the two different communities when they talk about exclusivity. You know, so keep that in mind. It's a lot of bias out there.